Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello, everybody. Lewis, Norwich City Central. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all had a good Sunday. I hope you've all enjoyed your Sunday roast. I love a Sunday roast, me. Not an enjoyable game of football, though. Bournemouth 1, Norwich City 0. Really disappointing Norwich City performance. I don't think it's all, panic stations yet. We're only in the third game of the season and Bournemouth are a decent side. But there could potentially be a lot of problems on and off the pitch, as I will discuss in this video. The big news coming from this game, of course, no Todd Cantwell, no Emi Buendia. Cantwell and Buendia were expected to play. Obviously, it came out just before the game that Leeds are putting a £15 million offer for Todd Cantwell, and Todd Cantwell wasn't even on the bench. And Emi Buendia as well, Farke said Buendia is ready and fit to play. And then we find out Buendia isn't in the starting 18. Or the starting 11 or on the bench. So there's some problems there. And without Todd Cantwell and without Emi Buendia, we lacked creativity. We lacked that final pass, particularly obviously without Emi Buendia. And there could be some problems lying ahead. But overall in the game today, Norwich City, I don't think the team was great. And although there was plenty of endeavour and plenty of effort, there's some problems on the pitch and we need to sort that out quite quickly. As I said, there's no need to panic just yet. The transfer window domestically still doesn't shut for another 3 or 4 weeks, but that is when Norwich City need to start delivering, and that will be big for Daniel Farke. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on the game and on the speculation and the saga around Todd Cantwell and Emi Buendia. It's going to be a long few weeks to see whether we keep kind of our star players. And, if they do go, well, we need replacements, because I think in some areas we do. Going into this game against Bournemouth, going into the season, we had 8 attacking midfielders, and that was so exciting. The recruitment from Webber was brilliant. But then suddenly, Sinani's out on loan, which is a strange one. Kieran Dow gets a 3-month injury. Marcus Stiepermann was out of this game, don't know why. And then, of course, Buendia and Cantwell were out. So you've suddenly gone from 8 attacking midfielders to 3 in the space of a week, which is absolutely bonkers. You're expecting injuries, you're expecting rotation, but it just shows, how important squad depth is. And today we lack that creativity. And I say, if Emi Buendia played this game, we don't lose that game. And we lacked creativity. And if the likes of Buendia and Cantwell do go, you can clearly see we do need replacements, because as much as I think Lucas Rupp tries his best, I don't want to be seeing him in a calm position when other players deserve a better opportunity. But my big problem from this game, there was a lack of identity, And as I said, I wouldn't hit the panic stations just yet. I wouldn't be hitting that panic button. But of course, when we went up a couple of years ago, there was a clear identity. And even games we didn't win, we knew we'd playing this attacking football, having really good possession, overloading the middle of the pitch with Buendia and Stiepermann and through balls into Pukki. Today, the whole system was quite poor. We had Poeta and Hernandez on the wing, which is good. But when you're playing, but it's a really odd system to play, because we're not a team who like to put crosses in the box. We're an integrate team who like to play through the middle with the likes of Buendia and Stiepermann. So we lacked identity today. And it was never going to work with 2 wingers swinging into balls into Pukki, because that's not his strength. Why not play Hugo if that's our game plan? And similarly with Kenny McLean and Lucas Rupp, they're players who show a lot of energy, but they're not possession-based players and they're not integrate players. Mario Rancic, Mo Leitner even, that's who you want for this system. So the whole system today, the whole identity of the team was not right. And it's going to be very interesting to see where Norwich City come in a few weeks' time, because I think Webber's back, Daniel Farke, and we've shown really good recruitment. But obviously we do need replacements, and whether we'll need to back him more if the likes of Buendia and Cantwell go with a lot of money we're going to get. But still, Farke needs to deliver, and that wasn't good enough today. But going on to the game after that little ramble there, as I said, if Bournemouth came in with a 3 at the back, I think Bournemouth were missing quite a few players as well. David Brooks, Josh King was on the bench, but they started the brighter of the team and they created some really good opportunities. Tim Krul had to make 2 brilliant saves, particularly the second one as well, to deny Stacey, a beautiful save to deny it, to go out for a corner. And the first one was an equally a good stop from denying Dominic Solanke from close range. And Norwich in that first half, as I said, there was a lack of identity. You always knew what you were going to get from Norwich a couple of years ago. You didn't know in this game. And we didn't really create too many chances. Hernandez had a decent strike. Lucas Rupp had a long range strike, but that was about it. And Bournemouth deserved to go 1-0 up, in my opinion. Dam Juna with the strike. Really nice strike, actually. But Norwich City failed to get close enough. I really should have blocked the shot and not allowed Dam Juna that space in the middle of the pitch. It was a nice strike to make it 1-0. And then going into the second half, yet again, I mean, Norwich City showed endeavour. It wasn't like we gave up. There was plenty of huffing and puffing, but when we got to the final third, there was absolutely nothing. And that's because we didn't have a Todd Cantwell and Emmy Buendia on the pitch, even a Kieran Dow who's now injured for 3 months. We didn't have those players. And, if you're going to continue like this, Norwich City are finishing mid-table if you don't have those creative players in the team. It just shows in football that when you have a couple of players out, you lose your identity. And that's what happened today. Plenty of endeavour, but Norwich City didn't really create any meaningful chances. Mario Rancic, Adam Ida and Jordan Hugill came on, but by then I thought it was too late from Farke. I thought his substitutions were poor. They should have come on 10 minutes earlier. They should have even started the game. Some really disappointing results. In terms of players who had a good game, Oliver Skipp played really well. I thought he was absolutely fantastic and a great bit of business from Tottenham. But that was about it. There wasn't really a standout player. Max Aarons is someone who's really interesting because he's been linked with big clubs. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, some of the best clubs in the world, and he's still in that team week in, week out. So why is not Todd Cantwell? Is Todd Cantwell maybe got an attitude problem with Farke? Is that it? I don't know, but that is the big thing for me. Football and winners, it's all about having a good team morale and good chemistry. And I'm looking at that camp at the moment, and Daniel Farke is continuing to pick players like Kenny McLean, like Christoph Zimmerman, players who are fine, but equally the likes of Ben Gibson and Mario Rancic deserve a chance. And I just don't feel that camp is happy at the moment like it was 2 years ago. There's a lack of identity. The camp isn't great, and it's a bit of a problem. But I would still give Daniel Farke and Stuart Webber time, at least till when the transfer window closes, and see what kind of squad we have there. But the big thing for me, it was just really worrying to have so many great attacking options, and then suddenly, some players aren't playing. Sinani's gone on loan, Dow's injured for 3 months, and then suddenly you just see those options completely dwindle before your eyes. That is kind of my thoughts from the game. I thought Norwich City showed plenty of endeavour, but a clear lack of identity, some poor team selections, and Farke got quite a lot wrong from this game. And Bournemouth, I would probably say they deserved the 3 points. Norwich City had a lot of the ball in the second half, and Bournemouth didn't create much, but Bournemouth defended well and did all they needed to do, and deserved the 3 points. So it's not panic stations yet for Norwich, but a lot to improve, and it's going to be fascinating to see where we are in a few weeks' time. Norwich City's first 3 games, 4 points, and although it's not the worst return, Norwich City aren't playing the football we were 2 years ago, and Daniel Farke, after the terrible form he had in the Premier League towards the end, needs to get it sorted and needs to get this camp going again. As I said, Webber's backed him so far, but if we do lose the likes of Buendia and Cantwell, you just saw today how important it is we replace them with good players, maybe someone like a Dennis Mann, because today was not good enough. And if we continue playing like that without Emmy Buendia, someone that is as crucial as him, then I don't see Norwich City finishing where they want to finish. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Full time, Bournemouth 1, Norwich City 0. Thanks for watching. Derby next Saturday, who have lost all 3 games. That's a big one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.